first things first. We know your story at LSU has involved a lot of setbacks physically with injuries. How are you feeling right now physically?
I feel great. I feel like I'm in like the best shape that I've ever been in since I've gone here at LSU, and everything's going pretty smooth right now.
Good. That's fantastic to hear. I know everyone gets really excited when we start talking about your prospects in baseball and what may happen. So that's fantastic to hear. But the obvious question also is, man, this football thing and how it came up. So let's kind of delve into some of the who, what, where, when, why, how. When did this idea first pop into your head to go work out with the football team?
Well, it's been an idea in my head since I've gone to campus. Even on my official visit, watching the football game, I was like, damn, I kind of want to be running out under those field goal posts and playing on this field. And so ever since I got here, I wanted to do it. But I wanted to give baseball its fair shot at the same time. And unfortunately, as you guys know, with all the injuries and everything like that, I never really got to get on the field. And so I didn't want to have the regret much longer of not taking advantage of the opportunity of playing football. So I reached out, set up a meeting with Coach O, and luckily enough, he was able to give me a spot. And ever since, it's been a lot of fun, and no looking back.
So you're on scholarship with baseball and walking on with football?
So there's actually a NCAA rule that if you're playing football, you have to forfeit your scholarship for the other sport that you play. So I have to forfeit my baseball scholarship and earn a scholarship for football. And that's why I didn't announce it yet, because I want to earn the football scholarship and make sure I have a spot on the team before I even announced it. But I guess I've been doing pretty well so far with football that Coach O went out and said it yesterday.
So how long have you been with the football team?
It started last week.
Okay, so when was your first conversation with Coach O about coming over?
About 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so like while everything was still shut down, and then when they begin workouts, you started workouts. So this is the second week of workouts with football.
Exactly.
Okay, have y'all Ed Orgeron also mentioned like some the team getting together on Saturday and doing some stuff. Were you part of that as well?
Yeah. So ever since last week, I started getting invited to the routes and everything that they've been doing post workouts, and it'll usually be around like 4:00, 3 days a week, and Saturday being one of them. And all the guys are there, all the QBs are there, and it's a great environment. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. I want to delve a little bit deeper into like your football background. Like this video circulating now that everybody's seen your huddle highlights from your senior year. Like, all right, I mean, you're enormous playing high school football. It's just really unfair. But all right, so what was your high school football recruitment like, or was there a high school football recruitment?
Well, I played my freshman and sophomore year. I took a break my junior year, and that's kind of when recruitment starts heating up for most high school football athletes. So I didn't get to play my whole junior season, and then went back my senior year. And I talked to a few coaches because, as you guys know, Isaiah Wilson was on my team.
Right.
And this big 5-star, 6'7", 350-pound right tackle has 50-plus offers. So you have Michigan coming in, Alabama, Miami, all those schools. And my head coach would show my highlight tape as well, and they would talk to me, and yeah, kind of went from there a little bit.
So basically what would happen is, like, Nick Saban and Jim Harbaugh would be at your game and go, "Who the hell is that? Wait a minute. Who's the giant kid over there? Why don't we know anything about him?" I mean, basically, right? That had to have happened.
Yeah, that was basically the process.
Yeah. So, all right, Nick Storz is our guest. He's on Twitter at Nick Storz. Did you have any football offers coming out of high school?
I had a couple verbal offers. I know Michigan wanted me to go play both. Miami wanted me to go play both. And then Alabama expressed some interest during the recruiting process, South Carolina. That was just back from sophomore year, though, and they were just talking to my head coach and stuff, and they said that they would have loved to have me. So, yeah, that was about it.
So you were a top 100 prospect with Baseball America. Like, I mean, how much of your, when you think back in hindsight, was your decision or your conversations about, like, maybe never showing up on campus and going to play pro ball?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
No, in baseball, like, did you have the opportunity out of high school to go play pro ball?
Yeah, of course. That was
Sure.
a decision that I had to make with my family and decide what was best. But after my official visit here, it was kind of no-brainer. I wanted to get the college experience. I wanted to play for a national championship. And so after I started my senior season, I kind of had that in mind that I was coming to college first.
Nick Storz is our guest. So what were your conversations like with Coach Mainieri when you were like, hey, I think I'd like to go play a little football?
Honestly, I didn't know what he was going to say, but he was fired up, and that was amazing to hear. He was fully supportive, and I can't thank the whole coaching staff over at baseball for always having my back and giving the support that they've given me since I've gone here. And so for them to welcome this decision that I'm going to go play football, it's been awesome.
Are you still going to pitch?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does your schedule then work if there is and if I'm understanding you correctly too, Nick, like you have to earn a spot on the football team. So it's not guaranteed right now that you'll be with the team in the fall. If I'm mistaken, you correct me. But how does that schedule work then from now to the start of next baseball season? How do you split duties?
Well, I'm making football my main priority right now. I'm fully bought in to this team, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to earn a spot and help this team win. So, I'll obviously get my baseball work in during the fall and do what's necessary to keep my arm loose. But, I'm going to be fully bought into this football team.
Interesting. So if the football season goes well, I mean, is there, maybe we're getting a little, cart ahead of the horse here, but is there a possibility like you wouldn't go back to baseball? Like, is that part of your thinking as even a possibility?
I haven't even thought about that. I'm just excited to have the opportunity to be playing for this team, this football team, and whatever comes from it. But I'm going to be 100% bought in from here on out.
Yeah, I hope you're. I mean, I get it. You're like 3 weeks into this thing, so I'm not trying to like get you to the end game. It's interesting to know what you're thinking as you're going through this. So when you had the conversations with Coach O, what were your conversations about what your role might be in a tight end room that's admittedly, Nick, pretty full?
He said, we'd love to have you. You're a big body. He was fired up about it. And obviously I have to earn my spot and fight for a starting position. And we'll see what comes from there. If not, then, maybe I can get playing time anywhere else, but we'll see.
How big are you right now?
6'6", 261.
6'6", 261. Have Tommy Moffitt, have they told you that they'd like you to put on weight or get bigger or smaller or what?
No, they like me where I am right now. I think I might be the heaviest tight end of the group right now and one of the tallest. So I think they just want to keep me at the same where I'm at right now.
Are your football workouts different than what you would be doing for baseball?
A tad bit, yeah. It's obviously some bench press involved that pitchers wouldn't be doing so much of, and you got some heavy cleans and snatches and stuff like that. But I think all that's helping me on the baseball side of things too, creating like a more explosive delivery and just getting me stronger all around. So I think it's going to go hand in hand.
Yeah. What a fascinating story, man. Nick Storz is our guest, LSU pitcher, who I guess we can now say LSU tight end as well. Have you spoken to anybody that's played two sports? I mean, I know that, like, for example, Kerry Vincent plays football and runs track, just about how to balance any of this. Have you had any of those conversations?
Well, Maurice Hampton, like I talked to him a lot.
Of course, I'm stupid. Why wouldn't I think of the guy who's actually playing baseball and football?
I talked to him a lot, and he said it's a lot of fun. So, I mean, he said just it's football season, focus on football. And when it's baseball season, focus on baseball. So I think that's kind of just the approach that I'm going to go with from here on out.
Pretty cool, man. We were watching some of your highlights a bit ago. There was some poor kid in a green jersey he just leveled. I mean, like, do you remember that? Like, I'm sure you've watched that video a million times. Like, do you remember that?
I remember that game, yeah.
What? So
That
walk.
was a nice hit.
I need to go. I need to go find that again. But walk me through that. What like who? What team was that? What game was that?
To be honest, I don't even remember what team it was. It's so long ago, like 3 years ago now. But it was just a run play up the middle, and I was coming across slicing and just taking out the end block, the defensive end. I just laid my shoulder into him.
Yeah, it's guys like you are the reason why guys like me never got to play college football, because when you're getting leveled by dudes that are 6'6", 250 when you're 17 years old, like that's just different. Hey man, look, we're gonna wish you a ton of luck, man. This is a really fascinating story, and I mean, obviously, there's a lot of interest around this. So I appreciate you picking up the phone. You had me a tad nervous, man, but it was a fun chat. Hopefully, we get to do it again soon.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me, man.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.